The last year has been a challenging one, to say the least. With a global pandemic, the resurgence of the Black Lives Matter movement, the Israeli and Palestinian conflict, football almost coming home, but not quite, and in the process revealing a racist underbelly of the very society in which we live in. Whoa, yeah, I know that's a lot. Core Educational Trust created Core Lot, Leaders of Tomorrow, in response to the social and political issues going on in the world, as a way to allow the students to autonomize their emotions and feelings and directly channel it into changing the world, and therefore being a leader of tomorrow. With me, Fela Lufadeju, actor, mentor, at the helm of it all. Today, I have with me Faiza Hussein, Year 10 student. How are you, Faiza?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too.
So how have you been?
I've been good, just a lot of exam stress.
Yes,
I had my mocks last week. I'm preparing for this as well.
year 10 mocks?
Yeah.
Yeah, with the GCSEs in sight next year. How are you feeling about that?
A little nervous because I don't want to go into another lockdown.
Yeah.
But we can only hope for the best.
How has the lockdown been for you in general?
It's been very difficult. I have a lot of siblings at home too that have been coping with online learning. And it's just hard engaging with the teachers and just trying to get all your work done. But being in school is much better now. Yeah,
to be that human-to-human interaction, you know. I mean, I feel like we all learn better when we have somebody to have those spontaneous moments with ask questions when we don't necessarily get something.
Yeah.
So, Core Lot, you know, I've worked with you since September, and in that process, you've been a very insightful person to be able to have conversations with. You've taught me a lot about the Muslim community, you know, the difference between culture and religion, and just the different insights. I remember coming to you and being like, and asking questions about Eid that I didn't necessarily know about, and that's been I feel like in our discussions, it's been insightful for me as it has been for you. So talk to me about how you came to be involved with the whole project.
Well, I was very bored in lockdown, and Miss DJ sent an email to everybody saying that there's a new project arising called Call Up, and she spoke a lot about finding the leader in you, and that was one of my insecurities, so I thought I should join and find my voice. And
that was one of your insecurities?
Yeah.
No. Really?
Yeah.
I always felt from day one that you had direction and leadership and it was oozing out of your pores.
I was always afraid of speaking my truth because when I was younger, I got a lot of racism from the streets, and I just thought speaking out, and this was a platform to do that.
Like I remember one of the first conversations we had was about the demographic, the diversity split in the school. And the fact that majority of the population in Rockwood is of Pakistani descent, and you standing up for the views of other demographics that didn't necessarily have a huge kind of viewpoint in the school, and you were like, oh, you know, you get what I mean? Even at the point of being like, yes, we're all diverse and minority backgrounds in this country. I raised this country because we're not minorities in the world. I remember you bringing different viewpoints into play in that first conversation. I was like, wow, this is an incredible person.
Yeah, I just felt like I didn't really have anywhere to say my opinions in school, and this project just gave me the space to do it.
Yeah.
And I'm glad I joined.
I'm glad you joined as well because I learned a lot. So how has the last year been from you, or how would you say, you know, the project has gone on a journey to kind of boost different aspects of you, your confidence, or?
Well, I think it's definitely found the leader in me, and now I'm not afraid to speak about what I believe in, and if others do argue against my points, it's okay for everyone to have their opinions. I think it's just made me realise how precious my voice is, and how honoured I am to be a voice to others.
Yes, that's wonderful. It's so wonderful. So what are some of your interests? I know that you were also involved in the Drama Society, you know, doing like, various different things. What else? I
enjoy spending time with my family.
Yes.
I enjoy doing a lot of charity work as well. I'm the school's student project coordinator, so I'm honoured to set up Macmillan charity events, Children in Need. Most recently, we did one for on our Cultural Appreciation Day, and all the money raised went to the innocent war victims in Gaza, and the children will just get the medical help they need and also some basic food necessities.
Yeah.
And it just gives me a sense of belonging, and I just enjoy doing it.
Oh, wonderful. I know culture, like we were speaking about the Culture Day, and remember, you know, you're also involved in Echo Eternal, right?
Yeah.
And I remember when we were deliberating about the idea of Culture Day and what that meant, and I was like, oh God. And the other day when I was on Zoom with you, we had the culmination of all the planning that you've gone through for Culture Day, and seeing you in your cultural attire was a feat. And I was like, oh God, you're pioneering in the core kind of educational trust, this kind of viewpoint or perspective of Culture Day that I don't think has been done before in my bit. Well, I don't know if it has been, but I don't think it has been done before.
No, it was the first one in our school, and I think it was a really great experience because everybody saw everyone else in a different way, and we learned about each other's cultures, and the vibrance was just amazing.
Yeah. I also know that feminism is an important topic for you, right?
Yeah.
Feminism within the Muslim demographic. I know that I remember you telling me a story once of a guy that was saying something to a girl in the class, and you kind of stood up and said, no, you don't. Tell us some more about that experience.
Well, I just felt like it was needed to be said, and my friend, she didn't quite have the confidence to say it. So as a friend, I plucked in confidence and spoke out for her because it wasn't right what that classmate was doing, and it just made me feel valued and that my friend trusted me more and kind of valued me more for that.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
And I just feel like women should be treated equally as men.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, equal and equitable society for all. Talking about culture, I know you have a video for us.
Yeah.
Yes, let's have a look.
My name is Faiza Hussain. As a young woman in a forever changing society, I believe that I shall fight for feminism and all of the horrible injustices that occur around me. I am honoured to be a British Pakistani, and I'm full of gratitude that my ancestors lovingly passed down these beautiful traditions to me. It's a part of who I am. It's my identity. I believe I am an determination-driven and hopeful individual who will hopefully bring along change for our future generation. We are the hope for them. We are the future. And if we can't change the future, who can? How will we look into our future generation's face saying, we failed you? It just isn't right. So I'd like to challenge you all.
British Pakistani. I love, like, your cultural identity seems a huge part of who you are, and expressing that to the world. Like, it almost brings to me the idea of not reducing identity to a monolithic idea. You get what I mean? It's many different tonal layers to who you are, and you're like welcoming them all rather than just kind of, at your age, when I was your age, I had like one idea of who I was, and I like ran with it. But it seems like you have so much more scope with that. You get what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's incredible. It's just incredible to have spoken with you and worked with you over the last year or so. I know you also have a speech for us today.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, let's hear that.
Do you constantly find yourself thinking about what if? What if I couldn't stand up for what's right? What if I didn't get what I deserved? Do we always know what's right? Intuitive instinct, the ability to understand reality in the moment. All my life, I've been surrounded by the most resilient women that have simply opened my eyes, guiding me to understand the importance of being a voice for my sisters, peers, and advocate for young girls and women in my community. There are moments when we stop and ask ourselves, how did I get here? Well, this is that moment for me. I often find myself right back to the beginning, my roots. Back in the 1960s, my grandparents came to the UK faithful for a better quality of life and hopeful that we would build a reputation for ourselves. I grew up in East London for 7 years with my single mum and sister. Experiencing life not having a silver spoon given to me, I have independently grown and made mistakes, ultimately teaching me the true value of working hard and reaching my goals no matter what obstacles I face. As a young woman in a forever changing society, I have gained the courage to seek justice for the silenced and fight for what I believe in. A great person once told me, "Be the change you wish to see." This deepens my thoughts into how I can portray myself as an empowering individual who will bring along change for the better, and how we can inspire the upcoming generation to play an active part to create a just society. At 9 years old, I became the second daughter of 5 girls. Being an older sister will forever be my greatest achievement in life, but it's not always been smooth sailing. We're told daughters are a blessing, yet society has wrongly spread the stereotypes that only men can hold a family's honour. It's no position for a woman. It frustrates me to hear she can't do that. We might need a day to sulk, but we always get back up 10 times stronger, determined to promote gender equality and prove that an empowered woman is powerful beyond measure, and no one should drag her down from striving for the best in life. Women are the reason we are all here today, standing on our own 2 feet, living the lives we were destined to pursue. Oprah once said, "Whatever you fear most has no power. It's your fear that has the power." From this, I would like to emphasize that we are all members of one body. So what makes us different? What makes people think that women can't achieve the impossible?
Wow. Faiza, wow, that was an incredible speech. Incredible. Like, talk us through how you came about writing that.
I thought a lot about my past and how I grew up about women and what they ultimately taught me, and I just felt like it was something I'm really passionate about, and I'm ultimately spreading the message that men aren't necessary in life. You can be independent.
Well, yes, because we have this view, you know, like we have habitually a misogynistic society, and it's for us to be able to get to an equal and equitable society, we need more perspectives, and that speech gives us insight, you know, like that's wonderful, wonderful speech. Well done, well done. It really is powerful, powerful indeed. If you can surmise the last year that we've been working together and what core lot has kind of allowed you to see about yourself or like give you insight, like what would that be?
Well, core lot's been very different experience to the other projects I've been a part of, and I just think it's really helped me express myself as an individual and learn that I shouldn't be afraid of speaking my truth, and I should be open to other people's opinions, and that everybody's opinions matter. And ultimately, it's about working together with one another and just appreciating who you are as a person and how people around you are.
Yeah.
And it's just amazing how everybody's different and you learn so much from each other.
Yes, indeed, indeed. I have to say, I said it earlier on and I'll say it again, it's been incredible working with you over the last year, and how giving you are as a person, how passionate you are about like other people and bringing people to the table, and social and political issues, and just moving that forward. We've discussed everything, the full range of the spectrum in our meetings over the last year. So what does the future look like for you? I know you're going to year 11, sorry,
yeah.
In the wake of the pandemic and how this GCSE has been. How do you feel about moving on into year 10? Year 11.
Well, I'm very nervous because there's a lot of uncertainty, but I'm willing to work hard and hopefully I shall get the grades I need.
No, you will, you will. I have no doubt about it, because somebody that writes a speech like that and has that insight and that mind and that tenacity, definitely will, you know. There's only success in your future, and it's very bright. It's wonderful. As you can see, that speech was incredibly powerful, and Faiza has an incredible mind and an incredibly bright future. She's part of a greater project in which other students share their insight and their leader within with us. So be sure to check them out. Thank you.